Wish I could have live streamed sooner today, but had a ton of fun. Instead, helping out at church. Looks like we got no one in the stream quite yet. I wonder if Silas will be the first one in here like normal. Who will it be? I'm not going to start the poll till we get at least one person in here. Who will it be? Who will be first today? Maybe I should start like a scoreboard for each person that's first in my streams. That would be sick. For people that are watching this later, which I doubt anybody does watch my streams later. Parasitic is first today. Yo, what's up? I thought about starting a scoreboard for whoever's first in my streams on every stream. Silent GT is in here. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, the Bally Bro? Yo, what's up, 2-Bit? 2-Bit said first. No, actually, Parasitic is first. No way, Travi's in here. Yo, what's up? Guys, can we get W Travi in the chat? I did a shout out for his channel, and he's the guy that made that absolutely amazing song. Travi's a very good friend of mine. Absolutely an amazing dude. It means a lot that he's in my chat today. All right, we have quite a few normals in the chat, so I'm probably going to start the poll here soon. Ooh, mentally a femboy said, hey, remember me? Yes, I do remember you. All right, Silent GT said, by the way, what? Ooh, Silent GT, you're just next Sora. All right, looks like you changed your name. That's perfectly fine. If you guys were in my stream yesterday, I had my best friend Trenton on stream in real life here with me on stream. And yesterday, we had tons of different foods come in the stream. That sounds weird, but we had pizza in the stream. We had hamburger in the stream. We had McDonald's in the stream. We had Sonic Drive-In in the stream. We had Heinz Tomato Ketchup in the stream. We had someone named USA in the stream. We had a Lego minifigure. We had guitar. We had lots of random objects and foods in the stream. Parasitic said I missed it. Yes, you did. It is up on my channel, though, so if you want to go watch that, that would be last night's stream, and it was flipping hilarious. Literally flipping, because we were flipping in it. All right, the Bally Bro said, LOL, I remember the food stream. Yes, that was yesterday. That was hilarious. The Bally Bro said, I need to come clean. All right, what do you need to come clean about, bro? What you about to drop here? Feel like you're about to lay on some juicy stuff right here, bro. What you need to come clean about? Yo, we got 26 people in chat, guys. Feel free to say hi or ask any questions. LOL said, hi, what's up? Zavu said, I'm calling cops right now. Why, bro? What do you mean? These are all Balisong trainers. These are all perfectly safe just for flipping purposes, practicing, having fun with. Mad Shadow said, do you remember me? Yes, I do remember you, Mad Shadow. Ebony White said, hi, what's up? The Fruity Emperor said, holy crap. Yo, the Fruity Emperor, I love that name. That's actually hilarious. Thomas P said, hello from England. No way, we got someone in the stream from England. What's up, Thomas? Chris said, where are you from, dog? I am from Missouri. I live here in the amazing state of Missouri here in the USA. All right. The Vortex said, how long you been doing this? I've been flipping since January of 2024, so about a year and a half. Silas said, sorry, am I late? Silas, you're not too late, but you are a little bit late. The Fruity Emperor said, you're good with Balisongs. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Diana M said something in Spanish. I'm supposed to be I should know Spanish. I took a Spanish course, but I do not know any Spanish, so my bad. Malachi said, do you live in Missouri? Yes, I do. All right. John said, how you doing? I'm doing amazing, John. All right. Said Zebu. I'm going to try and pronounce this. Said Zabuela Haydari said, hey, am I late too? You are not late. Lil Monkey Girl said, hi, what's up? I'm not being weird. That's actually their name, I promise. Sophia said, hi, what's up, Sophia? I have a friend named Sophia. W name. All right. Lane said, Technoblade never dies. All right, a little Minecraft inside joke there. Matthew Burton said, here from the UK, dude. Dude, that's awesome. No way we got people from England in here. Nico said, I'm from England and Russia. That is crazy, bro. That's awesome. MJR said, hi, what's up, MJR? The Warrior. What's up, The Warrior? Let's see here. Someone said, where did you get the Balisongs? They look nice. I got most of them from the company The Bally's. They make very good Balisongs for low prices. By the way, guys, sorry if my voice is a little scuffed up right now. I spent all day helping out with the back to school bash at church. They had a huge slip and slide. No, not slip and slide. My bad. It was like a giant inflatable, like a 30-foot tall inflatable slide, and they were like had water going down it. It was like a huge water slide. Man, by the time all the kids left, me and a bunch of the other leaders and adults, we were going down that thing. It was awesome. I did a few flips down that thing, but like my voice is so scuffed from yelling and stuff and having so much fun. All right. Your girl Paisley said, "Let me come." I mean, find a church near you that's having back school bash. That's all I gotta say. All right, basketball edits. Yo, what's up, bro? Uh, Corey Bond said, "Mad Skills owned a trainer." Hold up, sorry about that. Owned a trainer for a while, but I'm still learning. Hello from UK. All right, bro, that's awesome. I have multiple tutorials on my channel if you're interested in learning any new tricks. Kay said, "This is some good ASMR." All right, I mean that's cool. That's cool. All right, young girl Paisley. Or no, your girl Paisley. Sorry, your girl Paisley said, "Yes, I need a church like that, bro." Yes, for real. Here in Missouri, they got some awesome churches, not going to lie, especially where I live. I live in a small town here in Missouri. There are some amazing churches near me. All right. Ottawa said, hi, what's up? Shervon G said, what do you do that? What do you do that to sometimes it hurt? No, these are all perfectly safe. These are all Balisong trainers. These are all perfectly safe just for flipping and having fun with. All right, I'm gonna start a poll, guys. What should the poll be for today? I'm thinking we could do a funnier poll, or we could do something more serious, like do you know Jesus? What should be today's poll? You know what? I'm gonna ask. Were you in the food stream yesterday? All right, just a simple little poll. Corey Bond said, what's your favorite combo? I have a tutorial for it on my channel. It is probably my fan aerial combo that I came up with. You do a fan over into a behind the back aerial. Just like that. It's pretty fun. All right. Tinky said, thanks for keeping your fingers and keeping up with Jesus. Thank you, bro. Yes. Trav said, yo, Travy's still in the chat, guys. That's awesome. Can we get W Travy in the chat, please? Honestly. We have Gub Gub in the chat. No way we have literal Gub Gub in the chat right now. That's awesome. Isabella said UO. All right. Kid v Kid Sports said yo, what's up? Alexandria said hi, what's up? Stitch Lover said, what's your favorite Bible verse? Mine is John 3:16. My favorite Bible verse is probably Proverbs 9:10, and it says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. All right, Silas Flips, one of my amazing loyal viewers and moderators, said, I won't be able to attend the streams for the next few days because I'm camping, so there's no internet there. All right, bro, you're good. You are totally fine, bro. I'm probably going to be posting mainly videos for the next few days. I will also try and keep up streaming, but again, guys, sorry about my voice. My voice is a little scuffed up right now. As soon as I'm done with the stream, I'll probably be finishing editing. Amazing video coming out soon. You guys should be excited for it, where I compare different Balisongs with a different one of my friends, Trenton Bailey. He's an awesome guy. We are going to be comparing different Balisongs in a series that we're doing. Episode 1 should release sometime either tonight or tomorrow. No way, official Peanut's finally back in the stream. Yo, what's up, Peanut? Nima said, wow. Edit said, remember me? I made that card edit from last night. All right. I do not remember you, Edits. I am very sorry. I do not remember you. I probably just accidentally skipped over you. Unknown said, how do you trust yourself with these? Because God has given me amazing talent to do balisong flipping and parkour and karate and lots of different things. And also, these are balisong trainers. These are all perfectly safe just for flipping with, having fun with, and practicing. All right. Jefferson Davis said, Butterfly knife is like origin in Philippines. Yes, balisongs originally originated from the Philippines, and then lots of different manufacturers around the world decided they wanted to make it easier to do tricks with and do flipping and started manufacturing their own. One of the first was Squid Industries. All right. Love Script 11 Me said, "Can my channel get a shout out?" All right, shout out to you, Love Script 11 Me, or Love Scripts. My bad. Sorry, Love Scripts with a Z. All right, Liam said that's hard. All right, not that hard once you start to learn how to do it. All right, T Man said don't let this distract you from the fact that Hector is going to be running an HB pencil with eraser and T1000 sharpening system. What in the world? All right, House Mouse One said God is a figment of your imagination, just like love is a construct of the mind. I absolutely disagree with both of those statements. Those are some of the most false things that I've ever heard anyone say in my chat. I'm sorry. If you disagree with me, I'm willing to chat about it. I don't want to try and offend anybody. I'm willing to chat about any of this, but that is one of the most false statements that I've heard. God is not a figment of my imagination. He is more real than anything ever that exists. All right, Bacon Boys said, please what? Ooh, Travie said, all right, bro, I got to bounce. All right, see ya, Trav. Thank you so much for coming in on the stream. I really appreciate it. All right. Brandon Dottie said, demons will always try to deny good on you. Yes, demons are always against us, and the devil is always against us, trying to turn us away from God. All right. Todoroki's bro said hi. Hi, what's up, Todoroki's bro? Let's see here. Martina's house said, I've watched even more vids, and you have helped me get a bit closer to God. Thank you. Hey, I really appreciate you saying that. That honestly means a lot to me. Honestly, it's amazing to hear that I am making a difference and that you are getting closer to God. That is absolutely amazing, bro. All right, Keegan Dixon said, I have a butterfly knife. That's awesome, bro. Balisong trainers are absolutely amazing. Strawberry VR said, shout out, please. All right, shout out to you, Strawberry VR. Your girl, Paisley, said I subbed. All right, thank you, Paisley. I actually have a friend named Paisley. You're probably not the same one, but that is A-okay. All right. Kaiser said, yes, flip the cheese. I got you. I actually am very much happy with flipping the cheese because my hands are feeling very slippery right now. And the cheese very much helps out with that. Anytime your hands are feeling slippery and you think that you're not able to flip a balisong, flip the cheese. The Teflon coating has a crap ton of grip. All right. Jesse said, can you flip the live blade? I do not have a single live blade here. I flip strictly trainers. All of these are balisong trainers. These are all perfectly safe just for flipping with and having fun. All right. Let's see here. Someone with like a Korean name, I think that is, said brother. All right, bro. Jesse said, can you flip the Vulp? I do not own the Vulp. I do not have the Vulp. And I'm not really interested in getting the Vulp. All right. House Mouse 1 said, let's chat, bro. Christianity is one of the youngest religions in the New World. There's evidence it was taken from multiple other religions. That is absolutely not true. Other religions came from Christianity. Islam, example, boom. They say Muhammad was a prophet. The Quran came from the Bible, okay? Lots of other religions came from Christianity, not the other way around. There's a lot of evidence of that. And the Bible is the most historical book ever created. All right. Let's see here. Chat said, whip it out and spin it like a helicopter. You mean my balisongs? Yes, absolutely, bro. I am flipping my balisongs for you right on stream. All right. Young girl Paisley said, amen. All right. Michael B said, I identify as a coconut. All right. I mean, there were lots of people identifying as McDonald's the other day in my food stream. But that is okay. Let's see here. Keegan Dixon said, I have a Bible. Nice, bro. I recommend reading it. Very, very much a good thing to do. All right. Someone said, can you flip the one to the far left? I got you. That is, this is a comb off of Amazon. This is an Amazon comb. It flips like Dookie. It is not really a good flipper, but it is very, very cool to be able to whip out a balisong and comb your hair. All right. Let's see here. Uh, Mini Messi said, shout out, please. All right, shout out to you, Mini Messi. Mac Attack said, hey, love time, no, love time, no see. All right, that does not make sense to me, and that rhymed. That's crazy. All right, someone said, please do the green and blue one. I got you. This is called the Barracuda V2 from BB Barfly. This is an amazing bottle opener trainer. I have a full review of it on my channel. It was actually the first video that I posted on this channel. All right. Some Twiddle said, flip them to Bally's Canyon. All right, I'll flip the Canyon in just a second. Someone asked me to flip the Barracuda, so I'm flipping the Barracuda, then I'll flip the Canyon for you. Let's see here. Mr. Rage, can I get a shout-out? Shout-out to you, Mr. Rage. JJ said, I subbed. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Shane Richards said, nice Balisong flipping. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Young Girl Paisley said, I read my Bible every night. Ooh, that's amazing to hear. That's the kind of, ooh. That's the kind of thing that'll get guys attracted to you right there. Not gonna lie. Get the attraction from Christian guys, 100%. That's awesome. All right. Gage Flanagan said, I subscribed. Thank you, Gage. I appreciate it. Charlie said, I subbed, bro. Thank you, Charlie. Koran has Riz. So can I get a shout out? Shout out to you, bro. Let's see here. Gabriel said, typically anytime I try reading any Bible, I'm instantly presented with money in the book. What do you mean, bro? I don't know why you would find random money in your Bible, but okay. I mean that works, I guess. I don't know. All right. Let's see here. Lots of people saying that they subbed. I really appreciate it, guys. Every single one of my subscribers matters to me. I remember back when it would take me about an entire month to gain about 5 to 10 subs. So every single sub still matters to me, guys. All right. Your girl Paisley said, if I could put sound, I would put what in the world or something like that. All right. Cool. Autumn Wright said, road is closed on a regular day. Okay. Felix said, do the white and blue. I got you. That is called the Nabali's cheese. This is an amazing flipper, bro. Also, my sister is obsessed with Stray Kids. Let's see here. Silas Flip said, everyone subscribe so Samuel can get to 6K. All right, bro. I'm pinning that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, if we could get to 6K during this stream, that would be absolutely crazy, guys. I think I'm at 5.2. So 6K, that would be like 800 subs. That would be absolutely insane. Shane said white and black. I don't have a white and black Balisong. All right. The Jolly One said, hey, I have the same comb Balisong. Nice, bro. Personally, I think that it does not flip good. It is pretty much a cheap one off of Amazon, but it does look pretty cool to whip out a Balisong, do a few tricks, and then comb your hair. All right. Hi said, hi, I subbed. Please read my comment. All right. Hi. With hi as their profile picture, with their name being hi, said hi, and that they subbed. That's awesome. That's hilarious right there. That's peak. That is peak humor right there, my brother. All right. Money X1 said, can you do the craziest trick you know? I got you. That would probably either be my fan aerial combo, or that would be called what I call the around the world. So it's just a Z choker that I go around into a helix aerial ice pick catch. Sounds complicated. It's really not. Dang it. Can I actually do it? Please? Please? Pretty please. Let me pull this trick off. There we go. There we go. Like I said, guys, my hands are really, they're feeling really dry from spinning all day going down this giant water slide at church. So if you guys don't know, your hands being dry and balisong flipping does not really go well together. Most balisongs are made of aluminum, which is very, very slippery when your hands are dry. I don't like your hands should be dry. You should not flip balisongs with wet hands. But I mean, my hands are really dried out, and that's not a cool thing to have when you're trying to flip balisongs. All right, why? I hope I'm saying that right. It says WHIYE. Why said hi, bro. I just subbed because of your balisongs. What are they called? Balisongs. Just said it. These are called balisongs or butterfly knife trainers. These are all balisong trainers. They're perfectly safe just for flipping, having fun with. They're basically like the ultimate fidget toy, not going to lie. You can do so many tricks with them and even come up with your own tricks. All right. CUNT said, can you do two at once? I can, but not on stream because I have to use one hand to hold the camera. Or, I guess, my phone. I'm using my phone to stream. All right. Young Girl Paisley said, you'll understand if you look up the what the heck sound effect. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just didn't really want to say it. But yes, I do know what you're talking about. Your Hunting Girl Madison said, hey, what's up, Madison? Yo, is that Maddie Moore? Hold up. I think this may be one of my friends. Nope, you're not. Okay, sorry. Let's see here. The Aviator said, I'm a sub. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Elijah Walker said, yo, my boy, I just wanted to say, have a good day. My boy, stay safe. All right, thank you, Elijah. I appreciate that. Sebastian said, where do you get your balisongs? I get most of them from the company DeBalis. They sell very, very good quality balisongs at low prices. If you're wanting to get one and you are a beginner, I would recommend you this one right here. It's called the Nabalis Impulse. Costs about $35 US. You can get it off of Amazon or off of the Nabalis website. If you would like any more information on it, I have a full review of this balisong on my channel. Alrighty. Archie Mayer said, hi, what's up, bro? Kellen Harris said, I've got myself a balisong. Nice, bro. So do I. That is awesome. Lola said, hey, I subbed. Can you do the gold and black one? I got you. I'm flipping that right now. All right. World Tank said, can I have some tips? I have lots of tips in my video titled How to Do Basic Rollovers. In that video, I teach you guys how to do basic rollovers such as the thumb rollover, the index rollover, and the whip rollover. I have lots of tips and tricks throughout that entire video. All right. Tot Dog said, nice feet. All right. Thank you. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Lots of people saying I subbed. Again, guys, I really appreciate everyone subscribing. It really does matter to me. All right. Babyface said, hi, what's up? DXRK said, can you do the 8-ball? It's called the Behind the 8-ball, but yes, I know what you're talking about, and yes, I can do it. I have a full tutorial of it on my channel, actually. Behind the 8-ball. There you go. Boom. All right, someone said Canyon or Impulse. I've had a Canyon for about a year, and I'm ready for something new. My mom would get me an Impulse because it's cheap. All right, yes, 100% I would say Impulse. The Impulse is basically the Canyon with all the problems fixed, if I'm being honest with you. The Canyon and Impulse are very, very, very closely related. They're a lot alike. The Canyon is basically a heavier version that is more durable than the Impulse. The Impulse is a lot like the Canyon. It has skinny handles just like the Canyon that are well-rounded, except it is made from a new grade of aluminum. I think it's 6063 aluminum handles. They have very, very good grip, so it is grippier than the Canyon, and it is a lot lighter weight with an adjustable weight system at the bottom. So the Impulse is basically an improvement of the Canyon, in my opinion, at a cheaper price. All right. Let's see here. Samuel Salzar, yo, my name's Samuel, also said, can you do the light blue one? I got you, bro. This is called the Nabalis Lightning. Wait, what did I just say? No, this is Nabalis Cheese, my bad. Too many Nabalis products that I have and have flipped. This is called the Nabalis Cheese, absolutely an amazing flipper. Someone said, are they sharp? No, these are all perfectly safe. These are all Balisong trainers. These are all perfectly safe, just for flipping purposes, practicing, and having fun. All right. Let's see here. There are so many comments coming in at the same time. It is hard for me to read them all off. All right, Bally Official said, I want to get a balisong, but I don't know if there's some under 30 on Amazon. Pretty much if you get a balisong under $30, it's not going to flip good. You cannot find a good balisong under $30. I'm sorry to break that to you. The cheapest balisong that I can personally recommend to you would probably be the Nabalis Impulse. It costs about $35 US. This thing is absolutely amazing, and it is a very, very good flipper. It is one of my favorites. It is probably the cheapest one that I can recommend to you that actually flips good. All right. Let's see here. Christiana said, what should I use if I'm a starter? This one right here. This is called the Nabalis Impulse. Costs about $35 US. I have a full review of it on my channel if you're interested in purchasing this. from Nabalis and using it. This is definitely what I recommend to you as a beginner. All right, Carlos said hi. Hi, what's up, Carlos? Uh, oh my goodness. See how I keep dropping this, guys? I don't typically drop these, but like I said, since my hands are really dried out, it's easy for the balisong to slip out of my hands. All right, holy moly, over 1,000 people in the live stream, guys. Feel free to say hi or ask any questions. I'm trying to answer all of them, but it is hard for me to read off every single one because they're coming in probably 20 per second. Junior said hi. Hi, what's up, Junior? Let's see here. Red Monkey VR said hi. Hi, what's up, Rev Monkey? Kane Stone said, what's the most expensive one? The most expensive one that I own would be the Barracuda V2. It costs about 150 US dollars. This one right here. It's absolutely amazing. All right. DZ Cole said, you're really good at that. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. That guy, Matteo, said, can you give me a shout out? Shout out to you, that guy, Matteo. Red Cameraman Edit said, hello. Hello, what's up, bro? Just Danny Do said, my dad lost an eye when using one of those. He used to use trainers then. 100%. I recommend trainers. These are all balisong trainers. These are all perfectly safe, just for flipping, practicing, and having fun with. All right. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, there's so many chats. Nerdy Nerd said, hi, I love balisongs. Could you recommend one? Absolutely. I recommend you the Nabalis Impulse. This one right here. Costs about 35 US dollars. You can get it off of Amazon or off of the Nabalis website. I have a full review of it on my channel with a lot more information on there if you are interested. Alrighty. The King said, hi. Hi, what's up, bro? Leroy and Stitch said, boring. Alright, I'm sorry. Like I said, like I always tell my viewers, if you're not interested in my content, that's perfectly fine. Some people like balisong content, others don't. If you don't like my content, you don't have to subscribe. I'm not going to beg for you to subscribe, especially if you don't like my content. Now, if you do like my content, I would recommend to you subscribing. It's a cool way to support me, and it means a lot to me if you do subscribe. But if you don't like my content, no need to subscribe. I get it. It's perfectly fine. All right. Let's see here. Rez said, I used to love these things. All right, bro. Glad to hear it. I hope you can get back into the hobby sometime soon. It's absolutely awesome. Balisong trainers are very fun. Basically the ultimate fidget toy. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Shane Richards said, can you tell me all the names of these? I got you, bro. This one in my hand is called the Nabalis Impulse. This is the Nabalis Cheese. This is the Nabalis Impulse. This is the Barracuda V2 from the company BB Barfly. This is the Nabalis Canyon. Of course, Nabalis is the company name. The Canyon is the name of the balisong. And this is a CCC comb off of Amazon. CCC stands for Cheap Chinese Crap. This thing does not flip good, but it's off of Amazon. Alrighty. I'm going to flip that Canyon real quick for you guys. Let's see here. Caden BSS and Fishing said, should I subscribe? If you like the content, I would recommend you subscribing. If you don't have to subscribe. I get that, bro. I do not subscribe to channels that do not entertain me. So if you are entertained, you like the content, or you want to support me, feel free to subscribe. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. I get it either way. Honestly, bro. All right. Someone said, question, are balisongs illegal? Because I was thinking about getting one. It depends where you live. Typically, especially if you live here in the United States, trainers are perfectly legal. And all of these are balisong trainers. And especially where I live, live blades and trainers are illegal, but all of these are trainers. All right. Let's see here. Gravity said, do you have a real one? Yes, I do have a live blade. I do not flip it on camera. I flip strictly balisong trainers. Let's see here. Demo Boy said, what's your cheapest one? Probably this one right here. This is CCC comb off of Amazon. Again, CCC stands for Cheap Chinese Crap. This thing does not flip that good, but it is my cheapest balisong. All right. Let's see here. Someone said, I just subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Soul Seeker said, can I have a shout out? Shout out to you, Soul Seeker. Someone, B1A, said, question, I tried to do a fan spin, but it always falls to one side. Why is this happening? You'd have to explain that to me a bit more, and maybe I can give you some more tips on that. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, guys. Holy moly. Uh, Demo Boy said, I love your channel. I subbed. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Um, let's see here. Holy moly. So many people. E22 said, can I have a shout out? Shout out to you, E22. Let's see here. Plucky and Cookie Short said, is that all your collection? I'm sorry, I'm new. Hey, don't feel bad. It's perfectly fine that you're new. And yes, this is my collection, but me and my best friend typically do Balisong trades. So he has an entire collection of his own, pretty much the same size as mine. We both have pretty small collections, but typically we do Balisong trades a lot. So I have a video on my channel titled Our Entire Collection. That is the entire collection that I have, plus my best friend's entire collection. We have every Balisong on there if you are interested, and it is an absolutely amazing collection with lots of good Balisongs. Let's see here. Elisa Slater said, shout out to you, Elisa. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, can I please? It's so hard to press the button. Okay, we're good. We're good. So many people. Yellow Mustard is in here. That's awesome. You said, remember me from the food stream? I do remember you from the food stream, bro. Yellow Mustard is in here, guys. Hey, can we get W Mustard in the chat? No way we have Roblox in the chat. We literally have Roblox in the chat, guys. Roblox said, you are the best. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Let's see here. I think I'm going to start wrapping up the stream here, guys. This is going to be a shorter stream. I am pretty tired from going down a water slide all day at church and helping out with the back-to-school bash. But I will hopefully be streaming again tomorrow, and I will definitely get a new video that I have coming out edited. There's a video that I have to finish editing, and if I edit it well, it will be one of the greatest Balisong videos on YouTube. So please be excited for that. Go watch it whenever it releases. Alrighty, guys. I'm choosing three more questions. Jake Picanzo said, please give me a shout out. Please, please, please. Shout out to you, Jake Picanzo. Red Monkey VR said, shout out to you, Red Monkey. Somebody said, are you Steve? I am not Steve. My name is Samuel. Gravity said, face reveal. I got you. I will face reveal really quickly. There you go, face reveal. I don't know why you want that. Let's see here. Sorry, my hair is so messy right now, guys. Like I said, I've been going down a water slide all day, okay, at church, helping out with the back-to-school bash. At the end, all the leaders, me being one of the leaders, got to go down the slide, and oh my goodness, bro, I was doing front flips down that thing. It was crazy. My hair's still a little bit wet, and that's why it's all over the place. Do not mind that, please. Let's see here. DJ said, I love your videos so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Caden said, can you please do it for a little bit longer? Unfortunately not. If you guys are curious what I look like, go watch my YouTube shorts. I typically show my face in a lot of my YouTube shorts. Lexi Glitterbug said, I subbed. Do you have a pink one? Hey, you should have been in yesterday's stream. My best friend does, and we do Balisong trades. So every once in a while, I will trade him for his Nautilus, and the Nautilus is pink. And so yes, I do have a pink one in some of my videos, and I will try and do a review on that pretty soon if you guys are interested in that. Let's see here. Oh, Flip7 said, I subbed. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Somebody keeps spamming LeBron James. Silas, can you take care of that, please? Cool Kid he said, shout out, I subbed. All right, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you for subbing. Vehicles and other stuff said, I am new. I would like to know what you're flipping around, and I'm subscribed to your channel. These are all Balisong trainers. These are all, basically, they're just skill toys. They're all perfectly safe, just for flipping purposes, having fun with and practicing. They're basically the ultimate fidget toy. You can do tons of tricks with them. You can learn different tricks that already exist, and once you learn tons of different tricks and you get the feel of it down, you can start making up your own tricks and your own combos. And everybody has their own unique flipping style. It is pretty fun. I recommend to you a lot of different ones. One of the number one battle songs I recommend to you is this one right here called the Nabali's Impulse. It costs about $35 US. You can get it off of Amazon or off of the Nabali's website. I have a full review of it on my channel that I posted recently, so feel free to go check that out. Again, this is the Nabali's Impulse. I have a review on my channel. All right. Gamer God said hi. Hi, what's up, gamer? Let's see here. I'm going to choose 2 more questions, and then... Ooh, Potato Chips in here said remember me. Yes, I do. Choosing 2 more questions, then I'm ending the stream, guys. Like I said, this is going to be a bit of a shorter stream. Someone said, what's your favorite NBA team? I do not watch sports. I'm not that into sports. I am into some sports. I'm into parkour. Parkour is the number one thing, probably my number one hobby. I'm into parkour and karate, all right? Parkour and karate. I'm not really into any basketball or soccer or anything like that. I'm really not a big fan of sports. I don't really like playing basketball. Not a big fan of sports. I'm not a big sports guy. I like different types of sports, like I said, so I really like parkour and karate, if you can consider those sports. All right. Let's see here. Nathan said, are you going to do a giveaway soon? Probably not. Giveaways are pretty hard to do, considering that I would have to ship one of these to someone. I will think about doing a giveaway pretty soon if I get more Balisongs. With my current collection, I have spent a good bit amount of money on each one of these, so I don't think I would be able to give these away. Now, if my collection starts getting bigger, or if there's a Balisong that I'm like, I don't need this, I'll give it away, then maybe I will think about doing a giveaway in the future. And maybe I want to do something different. If I ever do end up doing a giveaway, I don't want to just do basically what all the other YouTubers do, where they're like, oh, comment and subscribe, and maybe I'll randomize it, and you'll get a Balisong. No, okay? No. I'm thinking about doing some sort of trivia contest on my channel, like during a live stream or something like that. Somebody can win one, possibly. Not doing a giveaway anytime soon. Maybe someday in the future. All right. Let's see here. Double shot squad said, I'm really inspired by you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That is an absolutely amazing compliment. Means a lot more than you know. All right. I'm removing your comment because, yeah. All right. Silas, Wavy, Trenton, where are my mods at? I don't think I have a single moderator in this stream, which is probably a bad thing. I like having at least one mod in each stream. Let's see here. Cement Eater said, don't shout me out, please. I will not shout you out, but I did just read your name, so I guess you are kind of in a way being shouted out. Let's see here. Wolf VR said, shout out to you, bro. JS Joshi, I hope I said that right, said, fabulous talent, bro. Thank you, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it, bro. R2 Fun in 7 said, shout me out. Shout out to you, R2 Fun in 7. Let's see here. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to end the stream here. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of a shorter stream. If I was flipping good right now, I may do it for longer. But like I said, I am a little bit tired from helping out with the back-to-school bash today at church and going down the giant water slide a few times at the end of it. And doing front flips and all that. And like I said, from that, my hands are really dried out, meaning that I cannot flip that well, and the Balisongs keep flipping, slipping out of my hand, which is not that good on stream, honestly. So I am going to end the stream here. This has been an amazing stream. Have lots of new people. Good to see you all on the stream. Today's poll was, were you in the food stream yesterday? We have had 1,947 votes. 34% of people said yes. That is a lot of people that was in yesterday's stream. Holy moly, that's a lot. 66% of people said no. Alrighty. That is going to be it for today's stream, guys. Somebody said I wasn't. Yeah, I know. 66% of people weren't. That is A-okay, bro. That is perfectly fine. Um, if you guys are new to my live streams, I end every single live stream with a Bible verse, with some scripture. So I'm probably going to end today's live stream with one of my favorite verses. Proverbs 9:10. All right, guys, if you don't know where Proverbs is in the Old Testament, but typically if you have one of the New Testament Bibles from the Gideons or something like that, typically your Bible will either be a full Bible that has all the Old Testament and the New Testament, or you will have a Bible that has New Testament, Psalms, and Proverbs. So either way, you should be good. But Proverbs in the Old Testament, if you guys are curious. So Proverbs 9:10 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding." That is one of my favorite verses, and that is what we are going to be ending with today. Holy moly, 500 likes on the stream, guys. That is awesome. Absolutely amazing. This has been an awesome stream. I'll see you guys in the next one. Frosty said amen. Good to see you in here, Frosty. Looks like you're new. Sophia Williams, looks like you're new also. Good to see you in here. Good to see all the new people in here, and I will see you guys in the next one.